2, 3, 4.
Puertorriqueña, I'm their chica. Puertorriqueña.
Happy New Year, Happy New Year. How y'all doing? This is the Arts Reporter, your Arts Reporter. You're tuned in to MimiJohnson.net, where we focus on arts, entertainment, entrepreneurs, and inspirational life stories. Every Wednesday it goes down right here. I am so truly blessed, so I got to just give a real big thank you to the Most High, just keeping my career so amazing and genius. Thank you to our advertisers. Wow, like I got so many calls at the beginning of January. Everybody is ready to start advertising again. I'm loving that right now. Thank you, because of course, as with any television programming, the advertisers are what pay the payroll. So I know y'all think I'm a big baller and I can just take it out of my pocket, but no, I use other people's money. So, and you should too. And I'm really loving the fact that MJTV Network .net was it .info. Now the thing is that I don't have the site up yet, but it's up, but it's not running. So Al is going to go into MJTV Network .info, and Al is going to set up everything like you set it up for MimiJohnson.net for us to be able. He's looking at me like, why are you blasting me out on worldwide TV? I didn't even know. So I just wanted everybody to know that Al will be setting up the MJTV Network.info very soon. We've got, of course, the Arts Reporter every Wednesday. We have the sibling sitcom that is amazing, doing very well, I might add, at YouTube. And then we have, coming up in February, MJTV Global News. I'm getting the casting in order and getting our advertisers in order. Of course, for your advertising, you can contact us at theartsreporter@gmail.com or mjtvnetwork@gmail.com. So that's February. In March, we have Natural Hair Quest, our natural hair show, and more like a beauty show, in March with Iokisha Smith. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of beauty and hair care and products and makeup and everything that us girls love, so that our family can look at us and say, oh, you're so beautiful, and our fans. In June, we're going to do. Now I just wrote this show. It's called The Curvy Beauty, and it's all about plus size women, intellectually, the scholars, fashion, everything that people don't know about our plus size women. And I'm looking forward to that. And then in July, we're going to do Genius Cooking with the Diva and Daughter, and we're going to have a cooking show with all of the so many great chefs that have already contacted me, and one in Jersey. How you doing, Chef Khalil? Yeah, I haven't forgot. So look, we are a little late. We will be on air until about 7:10 because we're running a little late. I have Deborah Hightower in the house, so we're going to go ahead and get her on. So if you want to be in the chat room, hey mom. So Jazz is in the chat room, Bird is in the chat room, Diva JC, my mom's in the chat room. Hi. Yeah, I'm loving all of y'all right now. Okay, so we'll be right back right after these messages. You're logged on to MimiJohnson.net, the Arts Reporter, your Arts Reporter, where we focus on arts, entertainment, entrepreneurs, and inspirational life stories every Wednesday, 7 p.m. We'll be right back. Mwah.
If you give me some time, I'll make you mine. You are so divine. You make me shine. And every time I'm with you, my heart starts racing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Every day I think of you. Known you since 1999, it's true. Since the first time I caught a glance of you. Tall, dark, chocolate fine. Ooh, I would love to take you to a paradise. Hold you in my arms, make everything alright. Though we've been friends for a long, long time, hopeful one day that I'll make you mine. If you give me some time, I'll make you mine. You are so divine. You make me shine.
Meet the Williams family, the matriarch, Tyra,
Hello, world.
the baby, Mimi,
Tyra. Hey, world.
the siblings sitcom. Meet the Williams family. Meet the baby, Mimi.
Hey, world.
Meet Junior.
Hello, world.
Hey, Junior.
Hey, Mimi.
Meet Vanessa.
Hi, Mimi. Hey, Junior.
Hey, Vanessa. She's having a vision.
The siblings sitcom.
Hi, world.
Whatever. I could be whatever on the siblings.
whatever.
On the siblings, I do have a script, but it's like I could be funny because I want to try to be the next Lucille Ball, not try. I want to be the next Lucille Ball, you know.
And you can.
And I want to be that. But right now, I want to be like Deborah Hightower. You've got a
thank you.
best-selling book,
I do.
The Secret to Winning Big.
Big.
Okay.
Whoever told that lie that less is more? Less is not more.
No.
Less is less.
Tell us
more
about
is
it.
more. B-I-G. That's where we are.
B-I-G.
B-I-G.
I'm there. Geniusly big.
That's right. That's
What
right.
made you, first of all, where you from?
Originally South Carolina. Been
Okay.
in Georgia for the past long time.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you just a little bit about personal. Are you a mother?
I am. I have
Okay.
2 daughters.
Okay.
Yeah, and so let me tell you. One of my oldest daughter is going to be 35 next week, and my youngest daughter is 34,
Okay.
and I'm 29. So see, there's a mathematical
Girl.
equation. I can give you an algorithmic equation that will work all that out.
Okay. And I'm 48, so I'm way older than you. Shoot, I'm old enough to be, I'm almost old enough to be, I'm old enough to be your mother.
That's right.
Because I have a 30-year-old. So tell everyone, first of all, give your website. It's
Yes, it's DeborahHightower.com.
and it's Deborah.
That's
It's
right,
spelled
Deborah.
Deborah
Hightower.
Hightower.com.
.com.
Okay, so with your book, now how long has your book been released?
It released in November, hit the bestseller list right off the bat.
Wow.
And I think the reason that it is such a popular book among not only business people, but people who run their house. I mean, so mothers who stay home, women who operate their household. It's truly a
Yes.
business.
Yes,
it doesn't matter
it is.
what you're doing, whether you're in corporate America or you are running your household, it is about business. And I think the book has been so well received by everyone is because it gives strategies on how to take what you're doing, make it bigger and better, deeper, wider, and just in general, get you on down that continuum, make it bigger, make it better as
Yes.
you go along. Yeah.
So when you decided to write this book, where were you in your life because you had to have some kind of inspiration for the words to come, for the
Right.
words to be on paper.
Right. I had already been writing, well, I'd been in corporate America 25 years. Had already been writing blogs for other people, articles
Okay.
for other magazines, and the publisher actually called me and said, will you participate in this book? We're putting together business people from a variety of industries and getting their best ideas about how to help other people get further down their continuum to
Yes.
the ultimate goal, to their ultimate goal. So I said, sure. So, one of my basic things that I tell everybody is, be so careful what you put online. Be very careful what you put on your Facebook page and your Twitter page, because somebody is watching and you don't know it. I did not know that Brian Tracy and Nick Nanton were looking at my work.
Yes.
I had no
We
idea.
all watch you, girl.
Girl.
I was like, look, I'm getting Deborah Hightower on. I got ghetto to myself. Look, girl.
Exactly.
And we were
People are
supposed,
watching
they're
you.
watching,
Yeah.
and we were supposed to get together last year.
We were.
But your schedule, your schedule was so off the chain.
Yes.
I was like, that's all right. It's 6 months. I said, we're going to book you 6 months in advance.
And it has turned out to be, my schedule is running 6 to 8 months
Yes,
in advance. And
yes,
I love it. And I love
yes.
it. So when people say to me that they don't have time to do what they want to do, I don't want to hear it.
That's
because
right.
today I had a church meeting this morning where I'm a praise and worship leader. I had a church meeting. I met with 2 clients. I had lunch with a client. I drove here for this.
From
and then
another city.
From another city. Exactly. So don't talk to me about what you don't have time to do.
I know, that's right.
It's about priority. It's about managing your schedule.
Yes.
And taking control of your resource of time.
Yes.
Because you can make more money, but you cannot get your time back.
Yes.
So everything needs to fit into some sort of equation, because if it doesn't, you're going to get lopsided. We all know from math class, the sides of the equation have to balance.
That's
And
right.
if they don't, then, you're going to crash and burn quickly, because there's only 24 hours in the day.
That's right.
And I have to have at least 6 hours of sleep, or I'm not a nice person.
Yeah, me too. I really need 8. I'm gonna tell you the truth, because then
I was 6.
those other hours in my day are all committed to my work. All the
Right.
kids are grown, so for me and you,
Right.
it's a thing where it's all about us and
Yes.
whoever else we decide we want to take care
Exactly.
of, if we even want to do that.
Exactly.
So we have that time. I know that when I take those moments of saying today is just me in the bed, that's that balance
Thinking
that
or
I
whatever.
needed.
Exactly.
That because the rest of my week was so
Exactly.
just like amazingly busy. So
Right.
that's the balance for me.
Right.
And I have a problem with that sometimes, because I'm like, why am I still in the bed on a Monday? But I worked so hard that week before that I needed that. Is that the kind of balance that you're talking about as well?
Yes, but I think one thing that we have to think about when we talk about balance, sometimes we think that balance is like the scales, the Libra scales, the scales of justice, which is always balanced, like 50-50. Or 20-20-20-20-20. It's really not. It's
Okay.
about balancing the situation and the current to-do list that you have.
Yes.
So, there's a lot of talk in corporate America about work-life balance.
Okay.
It's never 50-50.
Okay.
Business may take 90% one day and home take 10%.
Uh-huh.
It's going to equal 100 any way you go. So I think we will wear ourselves out if we try to make everything equally compartmentalized on an everyday basis, because I just don't think it's going to happen. I write, I sing, I'm in corporate America, and it doesn't get the equal allocation on a daily basis.
Okay.
I may be financial planning 8 hours, which would take, 60% of my time today. And
Okay.
then writing gets 0.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a misnomer to think that you can completely balance in equal parts everything that you have going on.
and tell our viewers and myself as well. I'm a real good person at priority.
Yes.
But that's so important. So tell us about that as well.
Right. Priority and having a to-do list is
Yes.
so important, because if you don't have a to-do list, and I have to fight with myself about making everything a top A priority. I want everything done yesterday.
Girl,
that's not realistic.
You and we will rule the world. We'd be better than Pinky in the Brain.
I'm telling you. Let me say, I want everything done yesterday, and it's just not realistic. So when you
Yes.
are working your to-do list and
Yes.
you're prioritizing those things, be realistic with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because laundry may not be a top A priority. Now, some days it may be.
Well, yeah, honey, because that hamper, you'd be like, wait a minute, I don't have a clean towel.
Exactly.
Okay,
that
now.
would be a priority.
Right.
A
At that
day.
particular moment. That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. Let's talk about the ventures of capitalizing, investment.
Yes, we can do that. And I think that the bottom line of that starts with your resources. What is it that you have right this moment? Where is your point A? Mm-hmm. And what is that list? Sometimes I ask people, okay, tell me where you are right now. And they can rip it right off and tell me, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going, this is what I have in mind. Some people say, oh no. That's not the right answer.
Right.
You have to know where you are to know where you're going and to create a path to get there. And one of the things that I think is so important for entrepreneurs, for artists, for people who are just getting started in the business world, you really have to put a value on your resources, because always money does not mean cash in your pocket.
That's right.
Money could be a connection. It could be a resource. If you need someone to shoot a video for you and you don't have cash to pay them, there's always a way to barter that out some way.
Yes.
So your resources are your Rolodex of people and who they might know that could get you a little further down your path. Mm-hmm. Because let's face it, we can't do it by ourselves.
We can't.
We cannot. So until you realize, who your Rolodex and who are your centers of influence and who can you call to help you. And with all of that going on, it is also very important to know and to manage your equation in terms of what you give to other people.
Yes.
Because I have been on both ends of it. I have been the person who did over and above the call of duty for someone else. But then when I needed what they have, they're nowhere to be found. So we have to balance who our Rolodex is and who we
And did
give
you cut them
ourselves to.
off? Because they be cut off in my life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to have my
Absolutely.
back. You want me to have your back.
You doggone right.
See, I'm a businesswoman.
Exactly.
But I tell you right now, I'm real and true to the game of the business.
Absolutely,
So
I am too.
it was just like when I called you and I said I want you on the show. And even though it took a while to get you booked on the show, we did get you booked. And then I called you and I said, you want to get some advertising on the show?
Right.
Well, yeah, I'm going to support you, Mimi. I mean,
Right.
you understand.
Right.
You're supporting me and I'm supporting you.
Exactly.
It's such a great
Exactly.
balance.
Exactly.
And if a lot of people understood that, the resources, just you have being on my show and me being able to provide advertising for you
Right.
is so valuable
Right.
in this moment.
Absolutely.
And then it's
Absolutely.
archived.
And that's right. And you never know when we're going to do it again.
And it'll but
right.
this same show will be here forever
Right.
and ever. They will always get to know that they can buy the book.
That's right.
The Secret to Winning Big.
big, B-I-G, big.
Yes. And so that's very important when we have each other's backs.
Right, right.
What's some advice that you would give, that just because it's so many different ways that you can give advice. So what's some advice that you want to share with the world?
I think the most important thing is to know what your point A is.
Okay.
Where are you? Your point A is where you are right this moment, the
Okay.
resources that you have right this moment, and then what your ultimate point B is.
Okay.
So if you get to this point B way over here, that would be the ultimate in your mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's where a lot of people get sort of mixed up about it. This is what we have to do. We have to have an immediate point B, something that you can do that gets you to where your immediate point B is.
Okay.
in the short term.
Okay,
And
yes.
then every day you work toward that immediate point B. And then when you get to that immediate point B, that is your new point A.
Got
And
it.
everything to the left of that, gone. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. You can't do anything about it. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, never
Right.
did. So we have to get to that immediate point B. That becomes your point A. And then that's where you are. And then what is your next immediate point B?
Okay.
And what is something you can do every day that gets you to that immediate point B?
Yes.
If you have only the ultimate point B, it's too overwhelming.
It is.
And you have to have a checklist that
It
will get
is.
you there. And you'll get there. And then this is the funny thing about it. When you get to that ultimate point B, that's your new point A, and then you're going on.
That's right. I love that
Grow,
because
grow.
my ultimate point B is I am the next female Ted Turner.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
That's what I'm talking about.
and so every day I work towards that goal. I produce new television.
That's exactly
I
right.
keep Al Burrows with me because he understands me.
Everybody say hey to Al.
Yeah, that's it. Al is famous, honey. That's the chart. He's MJTV engineer. He is like incredible. The team. I have to give like love on my team
Right.
all the time and let them know I'm not fabulous unless you are with me.
Absolutely.
I'm fat because everybody's like,
Listen.
oh, you're so. I'm like, honey, if
And
you
that
knew
is a
the team.
resource. That is your resource.
Right.
And you have to protect your resources.
Yes.
Those are your Rolodex people that
Yes.
you can call.
Yes.
When you need it done right, and you need it done to the excellence that you have placed for yourself. Because another thing that I think we surround ourselves sometimes with people who do not have the same definition of excellence.
I don't.
I don't either.
I
don't either.
It's almost like they're ignorant and
Right.
like they're talking a whole nother language that I
Right.
don't understand because I hear that a lot. Well, I'm gonna try and I
Right.
can't and if and I'm like, I don't even know what you're saying right now. Like those words don't even mean anything to me right now. We're gonna go.
Exactly. Cut them off.
Yeah,
and
we
revisit.
We're gonna go.
Yeah.
And if you can't understand, I grow out of people.
Right. And that's expansion. That's
Yeah.
going deeper and bigger.
Yeah.
And wider. Yes.
Yeah.
Because your resources are helping you be better.
Yeah.
And I am so picky about who I do business with.
Yes.
Because if you're not careful, they will drag you down.
Yes.
And then it just gets you in a tizzy, and then nothing gets done. So I think you have to manage your resources, and you have to take care of the people who are helping you do what you do, because
Yes,
you can't do it by
indeed.
yourself. And then you are sowing into their life, and they are growing, and they are being bigger and better and deeper and wider in what they want to do. So together, along that continuum,
grow.
you go, and you grow
grow.
as you go.
So give us some advice on financial investments, just a couple of do's and a couple of don'ts.
Okay. The number one thing, that B word that nobody wants to talk about, it's budget.
Oh, I love budget. Me and
to have a
budget are
budget.
like me and Jesus. Why? Tell me like, oh, let me get my budget together. You got a budget?
You got a
call
budget?
me? You
That's
got you
right.
call me? You got a budget? Yes.
You got to have a budget.
Yes.
Because that's your point A.
Yes.
And if you don't know what your resources are, and you don't know how much money you have, then you can't advance. So budget. And now just a little side note about budget. Just let's talk about your household budget for a minute. When you have a project that's coming up, resources have to be allocated. Money resources have to be
Yes.
allocated. And the other thing about that is it's so important to have discretionary money. And I always tell my clients this, whether you have $10 zillion or you have $5, you have to have discretionary money in your pocket, walking around money, You don't use your debit card. You don't write a check. That's money that you spend for yourself. For me, it's
Okay.
always buying shoes.
Okay.
But it could be earrings, it could be movies, it could be lunch with the girls, it could be whatever. But that money comes off the budget and you don't have to account for it.
Okay.
And that keeps the pressure off of if I want a new dress, then I have to go back to my
I
budget.
don't do that. I don't do
Have
that
a
though.
little bit of discretionary
Just
money.
okay.
Yeah,
I'll
an
do that.
allowance, an allowance.
Oh, see, I don't give myself an allowance.
I really think you should. I think everybody should because when you work, you need that discretionary money to do whatever you want. It's just like your little reward.
Okay.
And it comes off the balance sheet and everything else is accounted for.
Okay.
I think where a lot of people get hung up in that budget thing is they try to account for every penny.
Every single penny, girl.
Every single penny. And that just will weigh you down.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So if you have that discretionary money and you just put it in your pocket, girl, I will brown bag my lunch every day to get a pair of shoes. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Well, I eat in. I eat at home. It's
I will carry that yogurt in my purse everywhere I go.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, so it's that little turn on, whether it's a dress or whether it's earrings or whether it's a special lunch or going away for the weekend or whatever that discretionary
Whether you want to
money-
buy your eyelashes.
Yeah, our eyelashes, exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's bat our eyelashes together. You know, all this beauty right here is very
It's cost. It costs. They be like, oh, you look so cute. I'm like,
category.
yeah. They're like, oh my God, you're so beautiful for 48. I'm like, listen, this cost right here. I'm not talking about no
I did not
lifts
just
or
wake
anything.
up like this.
Exactly. I need products. I got to buy me some products.
Exactly. This hair does not fix itself.
Girl, and
Exactly.
girl, you have the most dynamic hairstyles. You had one
Yes.
where it was like going up or
Yes.
something, and
the mohawk is asleep
oh
today.
my goodness,
Yes.
I was
Yeah,
like,
she's
this
asleep.
girl. So, and your stylist is absolutely amazing. Whoever styles your hair,
Yes,
you
yes,
can go
yes,
ahead and
yes.
shout them out.
More Beautiful Salon.
I'm just saying.
More Beautiful, Ingleside Avenue, Macon, Georgia. It's worth the drive.
Okay, all
Worth the
right.
drive.
So we're gonna conclude your interview, and I just want you to give, like, you know, maybe a 30-second inspirational something that you know that everyone needs to know.
I think everybody needs to keep in their mind that you can do it. And whatever your hangups are, get over it.
Right.
Get over it. Because if we keep going back and revisiting all the crap that didn't go right, we can't move forward. So out with the old and in with the new. It's January 2014.
Yes.
We cannot be having the same conversation in January 2015. We have to out with the old and in with the new. And just be encouraged and get your ducks together, get your point A together, and then get your point B together.
Yes.
And start that path, girl. Get it going.
I'm loving it. The secret to winning big. B-I-G.
Big.
You're tuned in. The Arts Reporter, your Arts Reporter with Miss Deborah Hightower.com. Please make sure you log on and buy the book. Support this young lady. She is giving us information that is so needed worldwide, whatever age
Yes,
you are.
that's right.
Okay? We'll be right back right after these messages.
Bye.
Sky, I'm floating on the clouds above, and you're the reason why. but I'm not worried at all. I'm never out of time. No time for games, no different names. I plan for everything to be the same. And it's a shame why people hurt you many different ways. So I can't let that get me down, no.
Don't stop giving love,
Ooh, baby.
I won't stop giving love.
Yeah.
Don't stop giving love,
Yeah, baby.
I won't stop giving love.
Raquel Davis, I have just a few questions for you, okay?
Questions don't scare me.
Release the child, ma'am. There's a little girl in intensive care right now, fighting for her life. And I have 3 children that said that you're the one that did it.
Well, I'm sorry for the girl that's in intensive care. And the 3 girls, they're just haters.
How do you know that they were girls? I only said children.
I don't know what's happening to her. But
That's Raquel Davis. I need you to stand up.
Wait,
Turn around, ma'am.
Wait a minute. That is my child. Do not take her from me. You're hurting her.
Ma'am,
This is all your fault. You're to blame for this. I blame you. You a little blonde-haired wannabe. You can't relate to our world.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're sorry, aren't you?
Are you sure you weren't just hearing things? Because I have to tell you all the time about watching all those horror flicks. Your life is just like one big interesting movie. Always. I don't know. It was probably just a prank. You know you are the new kid on the block. What about the dreams? Well, you are a fighter. And you never let things defeat you, so maybe the dream was a way to remind you of your inner warrior. Put my job on the line for you.
You wouldn't have this Mickey Mouse job if it wasn't for me.
Nevertheless, I got what you want, and if you want to get it, you're gonna have to pay for it.
So that's where we at, huh? No honor among thieves.
I've stolen files from a federal judge, your wife. So don't talk to me about honor amongst thieves or anything else. If you want them, it's gonna be. So what seems to be the problem here?
My problem is with him.
And my problem is with her.
Okay, well that's not gonna get us anywhere. Is there any infidelity? Money missing from the household? Dawn, let's start with you. The evaluation assignment was for you to grade yourself on the work you've done, and you gave yourself an F. What's that about?
It's what I feel I deserve. That's all.
Do you know what this is? This is a forget you to me and to the rest of the class. I don't want your excuses because I know what you're going to do.
I got you. Don't worry about it. Hey, Andrew.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay,
How you doing?
Andrew Krigler.
Yes.
And now, can you see Steve? Can we see Steve back there?
I'm here.
Yeah. Now, Andrew, you're just like this all around entertainer kind of guy.
I do lots of things. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Sure. Yeah, I'm a theater professional in general. I act and teach and direct all around Atlanta, that kind of thing. I do after-school programs. We're at the Center for Puppetry Arts, Jitterbug Performing Arts, Forefront Arts. I do lots of things. And then I also am a poet. I just released my first poetry album a couple of months ago, and it's pretty fun. And I just so happen to have this fantastic business card that has the cover, which is much bigger on my website.
Yeah. What's your website? Plug your website.
Website is andrewkrigler.com. It's super easy.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yep. It's fun. The album is a concept album. It's my journey to the truth about love and romance.
Okay.
Is what it is. And,
okay.
In the past year, I've had a heck of a year when it comes to things of love and romance.
And what, 2013?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Was it good or bad?
It was a lot of things. It did not feel very good, but it was
He
very
said
good.
it was a lot of things.
So,
that's one of my like I'll be like, you're doing too much. You're doing too much, and it's just too many things right now. Too many things. Okay.
It was easily the most pivotal year in my life.
Okay.
So far, which is kind of fun and not fun, but it was good. So.
Okay.
I say lots of words. I don't always know.
That's okay.
But yeah, so the album sort of goes through the whole journey of wanting to be in love so bad that you're blinded by the desire for love more than actually doing love.
Okay.
Which is a very, very different thing, because love is the choice to stay. It's to be there when it sucks. And it usually mostly sucks. But
my mother is gonna love you right now. JC, but she gonna love you right now. Go ahead, keep going.
But it's sort of
you gotta be in love with you, she says. Go ahead.
There you go. Yeah. Well, it sort of goes through the whole idea is that it goes from just wanting to be married and like that's salvation in some way.
Yes.
And that's what's gonna save me in some way or another. When no, not really.
No.
That's just not true at all. And so it's sort of how God wrecked me. To reteach me all of these things about what it really is like. And it's still a struggle. It's not easy, but I'm no longer trying to be anybody's Disney prince, and no one's going to be a Disney princess. It's much more about having a best friend that you do life with, and romance is sort of this extra like 10-15% that happens also. Versus everything is all romance, because I'm very sectional in the way my brain works and how I piece things together. And so for me, it was like, oh, I can kind of do everything else all by myself, but romance is what I need someone else for. And
yes,
if that's all you expect and that's all you want, then it ain't not going to turn out well.
Yeah.
So it's sort of how I progressed all the way through that. And the album's also completely free to stream and download at andrewkrigler.com.
And it's Molded Ladies.
Yes.
Poems by Andrew, and it's CRIGLER. Kregler. andrewkrigler.com. Molded Ladies is my journey to the truth about love and romance. And we can stream and download Molded Ladies free at andrewkrigler.com. And you have a piece for us.
I do, yes.
I think Steve wants to ask you a question here.
First off, I want to say, Andrew, you are my new hero. Be sure I get a card before I leave.
Yes.
But was it any one thing that made you just start that journey?
Yeah, it was. It's at the very beginning of the poem I'm going to do in just a minute. But basically, it's when my best friend and roommate of 2.5 years started dating my ex 3 months after we broke up.
Wow.
They got married last weekend. Wow. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
How did you handle it, though?
You didn't go to the wedding, did you?
No.
Oh, okay, because I was about to say, because you know me and you, we would have been, because I'm from the Bronx, we would have had raises. We would have been cutting everybody.
Well, we've had some reconciliation since then.
Okay, good.
Basically, like within the past month is what that's been, and it's not at all what I was expecting.
Yes.
By any means. It shifted me completely. I moved down into the city when I used to live in the suburbs and all that kind of thing, watching, and my entire world was changed and shifted in a lot of ways.
Okay.
And that's sort of the poem I'm gonna do sort of goes through the emotional thing of that,
Yes.
and then the earlier parts in the album focus more on romanticizing everything and that kind of stuff, and then the struggles and then loneliness and all kinds of fun, exciting, awful things. So
Okay. Hey, well, you know, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to a commercial break, and then
Sure.
you're going to do your piece.
Yeah,
I'm
sounds
looking
good.
forward to it. And so it starts for Porter.
And where it goes down every Wednesday at 7 p.m., where we focus on arts, entertainment, entrepreneurs, and inspirational life stories. And tonight we're focusing on Andrew, my new hero.
Yes. At MimiJohnson.net. We'll be right back right after these messages. Mwah.
Welcome to Mark Square Studios, where we offer great prices and outstanding accommodations in one convenient location.
Hot studio. Make sure you do that.
Fashion photographers and filmmakers now have an ideal space for professional in-studio shoots. So photographers and filmmakers, sign up now and unbox your Mark Square membership today. Welcome to Mark Square Studios.
Fame 15. Fame 15. Fame 15. You're watching Fame 15. Fame 15.
How you doing? This is Miss MimiJohnson.net, the triple threat. We are here on the set of Fame 15. We're holding it down at Mark Squared with our photographer, C. Reese.
Fame 15. Fame 15.
Getting ready to bring you guys a fantastic show. So we're looking forward to January 2014.
We're here at Mark Square, Fame 15.
Hi, it's Nicole Ward here at Fame 15, just doing my photo shoot. So excited to be with the beautiful Althea. We just finished it, killing it.
MyFame15.com.
When I saw you walking down the street, oh baby, you look so sweet. I couldn't pass you by, I had to speak. Ooh, it's springtime. I asked for your number, you said it's cool. I may seem forward, but I'm no fool. I couldn't pass you by, I had to speak. Ooh, it's springtime.
I believe in Jesus because I am not tall enough to believe in myself. The new year brought new death when my best friend started dating my ex. I thought I was tall enough to just be friends, but when their hands clasped and I heard their wedding bells in the distance, I came up short. I broke. I broke into pieces of ceaseless mourning, and the sun couldn't burrow into my deep-welled eyes as my sewn-open eyelids watched the world end, as my best friend took my faux fiancé into white night horizons I never could. I had to get rid of every crumbling memory until all that was left of me was a drop in the rainbow, and I was melting down, evaporating up, breathing frozen cubes just to be numb. I was every color but normal as I kaleidoscoped into black. I wasn't tall enough to reach for my always hope for a wife to save me from my porn addiction, or from aimless lips and hollow arms, and never being fully known and still loved, and now my only shot was shot and I was empty. I wasn't tall enough. I'm not tall enough. And I wasn't tall enough to believe that God could be good enough, so I set up furniture at the end of my rope, and I began swinging, trying to be crushed against the walls until I would spin uncontrollably into the nothing below. But in the void, there was a spark. A fingernail of light crept down and lifted my chin, and Jesus smiled high. His voice burst the boards I had nailed over my eyes, destroyed the stilts I had built to reach for every idol, exposed these pagan chants of romance I had etched into my bones, and I came up short. But he said, "You don't have to be tall, because I am." He squeezed this ounce of hope from my throat and lifted me kicking and terrified away from the black casket I had constructed to hide my tears. He singed me in his smile, sucked the marrow from my bones, and crushed me in his arms as he wept with me until he wrenched me new, until my clumsy feet danced with his strength, until I was resuscitated into his body and my voice burst with his laughter. And now I am tall, because he is giant. I am full because he is love. I am enough because he is perfect. Turns out I didn't need a wife to make me tall. I needed Jesus to make me new. I don't believe because I'm supposed to, or because I'm scared, or because it's easy. I believe because when I finally admitted that I wasn't tall enough, he was. Thank you. Woo.
Giving my love to you. Giving my love to only you. Giving my love to you, babe. Giving my love to you. Oh yeah. Giving my love to only you. Giving my love to you. You're a dream come true. Seems you know exactly what to do to make me feel brand new, babe. It's getting deeper here, tossing and turning in my sleep. Tears of ecstasy and joy I'll weep. So I'm giving my love to you. Oh, I'm giving my love to you. Giving my love to only you. So I'm giving my love to you. Yeah, babe. Giving my love to you. Yeah, yeah. Giving my love to only you. Yeah, giving my love to you. Hey, it's getting late and I'm anticipating your sweet love. Don't you? If you give me some time, I'll make you mine. You are so divine. You make me shine. And every time I'm with you, my heart starts racing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Every day I think of you. known you since 1999, it's true. Since the first time I caught a glance of you, tall, dark, chocolate fine. Ooh, I would love to take you to a paradise. Hold you in my arms, make everything alright. Though we've been friends for a long, long time, hopeful one day that I'll make you mine. If you give me some time, I'll make you mine. You are so divine, you make me shine. And every time I'm with you, my heart starts racing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I can't help this feeling that I got for you.
Hey, we are back. Pastor Angela.
Hi.
You know what? Okay, first of all, let's talk about, where you from?
Originally, I'm from Jamaica, West Indies.
Yeah.
But I spent most of my life in the U.S.
You know how to make patties?
No, I don't. I don't.
You know somebody
I
that
know how
knows
to make
somebody.
curry chicken and oxtail and stuff like that.
We'll
but
see.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But not.
I'm going to call you out on TV. Are you going to invite me to your house when you
yes.
make some oxtails?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Oh, sure. We got lots of room, so you'll be able to go. Yes.
Okay, so Pastor, give everyone the name of your website. Give everyone your website.
Okay, it's www.whitedovechurchofgod.com in Stockbridge, McDonough, Georgia. We just got our own place. We just bought our own new building.
Yes.
And we move in the day before New Year's. Yay!
Yes.
So we now own our own business in McDonough, Georgia. That's 2251 Highway 42 North. That's in McDonough, Georgia, 30053.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen. I'm not really that kind of go to church kind of person, because I believe church is within us. But I want to come because I know your daughter Natasha Johnson. We're castmates in a Dancing Jewels is coming out. Hey, Love McNeil, and I met her on other sets, and then you told me my daughter was on your show, and I'm like, who's your daughter? You said Natasha. So it's like we already kind of know each other.
Yes.
I think that I would feel comfortable with coming to your church. And now, do you do a lot of music? Because that's the only reason why I go to church. I'm just going to tell you the truth.
We do. We got great worship services.
Yes.
Yes, we do. But I met you actually for the first time. It's Senator James.
I sang for Senator James. Yes. I go up there to the Capitol and Georgia, the Secretary of State building, and I go and sing for Senator James and Deborah Clark and all.
Yes, you sang that day.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
So, what made you start, your ministry? I mean, that's a really huge responsibility to be a pastor, a community leader, an activist.
Well, actually, I owned a mortgage company before. My husband, which is the senior pastor of the church, Pastor Alexander, he owned a real estate company, and I owned a mortgage company in New York for years, which was one of the top real estate and mortgage company in New York.
Good.
Moving to Georgia, we were doing construction. We run a concrete company and also a mortgage, real estate, and the Lord has really called us to ministry, and we've been running away from it, running away from going to the seminary and everything, but you can only run for so far.
That's right.
And the passion to help the less privileged is always in our hearts. And I remember going to bed one night, and my younger daughter, has a friend that was living down the street, not knowing they didn't have lights. They didn't have food in their house. And I remember going to bed, and I was crying, and my husband said to me, you take everybody's burden, and you just can't sleep at night. You cry for everything. And I'm like, the next morning I got up and buy bags of grocery and everything to, take for these people, because I'm like, we got so much in our house.
Yes.
And someone down the street is suffering,
Yes.
So we got the passion to help the less privileged, and we decided, like, going to the seminary, and they wanted us to start a church, but our mission really is to go overseas and help the less privileged.
Yes.
But you got to start from home.
Yes.
Which is home. This is home. So most of the people that are in our church are coming from drugs, prostitution, sexual abuse, different stuff, alcoholism, different things that is happening in their life. So we take them in and we give them love, hope, and restoration, so they can know, the God that we know, the God that we know that has given us love and hope. We introduce them to that God and that Jesus that can give them life through hope, love, and restoration.
I love that.
Yes.
Are you a particular denomination?
We're on the Church of God from Tennessee, Cleveland, Tennessee. We're under the Church of God denomination. Yes.
Now, the thing is that you said that because my husband has passed away, Glenn Johnson. I love you. And I used to go to this church in Florida called the Church of God. Wow. I never knew what their denomination was. I just knew that they would pick me up and they would take me to church and they would bring me back home. And they taught me not good things. Good. It wasn't about you're a sinner, you're going to go to hell. They gave me information. I was a young mother and a young wife. Yes. And then they paid for my wedding dress, the wedding cake, the food, everything.
Yes. Well, we have done stuff like that for people in our church that cannot afford, to do a wedding, which we put together something small for them, get the kids involved, and the young people involved as little bridesmaid and, stuff like that to put it together for them so they can come together as one. Because a lot of them want to be married, but we don't have the money to do this.
And we didn't. That was 20, well, we would have been married August last year, 20 years. Yes. So that was 20 years ago. Yes, you see, so it was a long time ago when we were in the struggle of finance, a new family, a young family growing. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And nobody is perfect. None of us is perfect. And sometimes when people make a mistakes, in the church, we tend to hit them over the head and, crucify them, this is so bad, But what we need to do is to show them love. Yes. Because the Bible said all have sinned and become short of his glory. We all have sinned and become short of the glory of God. So what we do, we just look at that you're just traveling on this straight road and for some reason you fell into a pothole. So you got to get up and keep going. And for you that is not in the pothole, need to get up, help that person out of the pothole so they can keep going on their journey. Mm-hmm. So, when people do things in church that, they fell down, maybe someone got pregnant or something happened to somebody else, they tend to really want to kill them. We, on the other hand, take them in, show them love, show them hope, give them restoration through Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I love that. Yes. I love that. And I think that we are supposed to be, I always tell people that my religion is love and kindness, because if I get one more person ask me if I'm a Muslim, they're like, you're a Muslim or you're a Hebrew? I'm like, I'm everything. What about that? Just let me be everything. But my true denomination is love and kindness. And if you do get on my nerves, I find a way to woosah and say, no, I'm not going to jump out of my beautiful character. We're going to talk about this and just don't tick me off or do anything bad to me. And I, in return, need to be the same way. Mm-hmm. So in spirit, self-control, do you do you teach that?
Well, the Bible speaks of self-control. So if you don't have self-control, then you're not walking with Christ. Yes. And he said we should walk after him. Yes. We should walk in his footsteps. And so it's important to exercise self-control. Mm-hmm. And you talk about love. Love is the greatest gift. It is. And the Bible even says it's the greatest commandment. Love. It is. Love your neighbor as yourself. If you don't love your neighbor, if you can't love yourself, then you can't love your neighbor. That's right. You got to first love yourself before you can love your neighbor. Right. So love is the greatest commandment. And self-control, you gotta, because we oftentimes get upset for simple little things, just get out of control and do things we're not supposed to do and then sit back and did I really do that? And, it affects us later on.
And other people.
Yes. And be careful of what you say,
Yes.
Think before you speak, because once the word go out, you cannot take it back, and it affects somebody so badly, you wound them.
Yeah.
And that's not the way we want you to be in. That's not the way we want it to go. We want it to just try to exercise self-control, so that others may come to respect you through that.
And show by example. Yes. That also shows by example. Yes. I've been doing really, really good going in my 40s. Like, I used to curse people out all the time. I'd be like, and then I'd look at my husband that stood like 6'6", he'd be like, why are you, nobody can do anything wrong. And I'm like, they're not supposed to do anything wrong. And I was always so passionate about just doing the right things, I think, but I didn't know how to vent it. But I learned from going into my 30s and my 40s, I learned how to be more patient. You have to have patience as well.
Sometimes it's not about just you doing something wrong. Most people think I'm a perfectionist. I love things in order.
Yeah.
I love, even in church, if I'm doing something for God, who is my creator, if it's not the best, I'm not going to give it to him. I believe in giving the best. If I'm going to give the best to my kids and my husband, I want to give the best to God.
Yes.
The best to God. So I don't believe in giving him what is left over. He's not that kind of God.
That's right.
He doesn't give me what is left over. He gave me his best. So I want to give my best. And most people think you're too perfect. You want everything to be in order. You want this to be this way. That is just me. Because that's how God created me. And like you said, you didn't know how to express it, so you just get upset. But for me, on the other hand,
girl, people used to be like, "Oh God, here comes Mimi." Just get out of her way.
But it's all, I'm happy that, you get over that from age.
I did.
I'm in my 40s also. I'm actually 46, but I mean, the older we get, the more we learn.
Yeah, and we get better. Get better. Yes. We're getting ready to run out of time. I am going to have you come back on, but I just want you just to give like 30 seconds or 45 seconds of what you would want people to know about whatever it is that you're feeling on your heart right now.
The most important thing is knowing God, knowing Jesus Christ for yourself. Because if you don't know Jesus Christ, you're lost. If you know him, then you have everything. And there's so many people that are lost in this world because they don't know God. And there's no one to tell them about God. And today I just want you to take some time to look into yourself, get on your knee and pray to God, because Jesus loves you. Love is the greatest commandment, and he loves you. You cannot love yourself if you don't love Jesus. So find it in your heart to just love God and read the Bible. That's the greatest book that you could ever find on the face of this earth. Read the Bible, because the Bible is a complete book. It have everything that you need in your life to complete your life.
Okay. Yeah. And so Andrew, come, and Steve, come, because we're going to be up out of here. And I just want everyone to just give like a short shout out. We're getting ready to... I'm getting ready to go and relax for the rest of the evening. So give everyone your website one more time.
It's www.whitelovechurchofgod.com. And I just want to give a shout out to my wonderful, wonderful darling husband, Alexander Ikomoni, from White Love Church of God in McDonough, Georgia. And my two daughters, Natasha and Alexandria, and my son, my only begotten son, AJ Alexander Ikomoni Jr. And all the White Dove family. Just want to give a shout out to you. God bless you.
Yes. You got the whole package, good package deal going on, girl. I want to be like her when I grow up. That's wonderful.
God be the glory.
God be the glory. Yes, indeed. Yes. Andrew? Say something, baby. Bye.
Oh,
hi.
Hey guys. Thanks. AndrewKrigler.com. Poetry album's free. Ding.
I love this.
We're going to bring you back, Andrew.
Okay.
We're going to bring you back. He's a lot of fun. Mr. Moore?
Yep, Steve Moore, Whitfield Moore Photography. And most of you guys have my number. If you don't, 770-609-7173. I'm still running some good specials. And go to YouTube, look up Envious Deeds, the movie that I was in.
Yes.
And you will see me playing Coroner Jones.
Yes.
And always stay tuned to TAR TV. We love you. all our supporters, all of our fans, Bird, Diva JC, everyone that comes into the chat room. One love, and 2014, the word is genius.
Genius. Yes, indeed. For your television shows, make sure you contact Al Burrows at ilikeitlive.com. ilikeitlive.com. You're tuned in to MimiJohnson.net, the arts reporter, your arts reporter, where we focus on arts, entertainment, entrepreneurs, and inspirational life stories. Every Wednesday, it goes down right here. We will see you next week. And on 3, we're going to say tartar. 1, 2, 3. Tartar!
If you give me some time, I'll make you